The frickin' breakfast freak beast beckons.
Today, Monday, November 9th, 2015. Make sure to bring your cap and stem or the problem with everything. Hey everybody, my name is Holiday Rob and this is...
I'm Lowki Sapfoot.
And today we are going to talk about why mushrooms are illegal in New Mexico.
They're legal. They're not illegal.
We're talking about psychedelic mushrooms. Delicious.
Well, they're not really.
Not really.
They're
but
gross.
But emotionally, mentally delicious.
Yeah, delicious for the soul.
Experientially delicious.
Yeah.
And we're not really talking about Walking Dead this week, surprisingly.
Yeah. Well, you haven't seen it yet, right? You're not caught up.
I mean, I guessed all the spoilers.
Well, it was a down episode. I mean, it was kind of just a filler.
Yeah.
It felt like in a lot of ways. There was the...
It's like the lettuce in a sandwich.
Right.
Just filler.
Yeah, just to make it slide out of the poop chute a little easier. You know?
So you don't get colon cancer right away. But yeah, this week we're just talking about mushrooms being legal in New Mexico, mushrooms existing at all in the world.
Yeah. Tales of tripping. What else did we talk about? Some other things? I don't really remember.
A couple of other things. Not a lot of pop culture stuff. We're just kind of talking about what's been going on, what's been happening.
Yeah.
Putting the feelers out for a drummer out there because you're moving.
Oh, yeah. Moving into the new spot. Gonna have a practice space going.
Boom.
Yeah. The triumphant return is almost upon you. Prepare yourself.
Yep.
I wanted to mention, I've been trying to come up with dictator porn names. And all I've come up with so far is Adolf Klitler and Slobber Down Milosevic. So it seems like you could do something with Mussolini and Weenie, but I can't exactly get it.
Or Chairman Chow.
Yeah, Chairman Mao Zedong. I don't know.
Chowadong.
Mouth Zedong. I don't know. I'm not sure, but if you're
not sure,
I don't know. So if you're out there and you have a good one, tweet it at me at Sapfoot on Twitter. You're on Twiter too, right?
I am also on Twitter. I love Amy Reeder, but my she's a comic book artist, but my handle, thingamabobber on the Twitters is at Holiday Rob. It's all one word, Holiday Rob.
Word.
As if somebody stole your holidays from you. As if I'm Joe Pesci and Daniel Stern in that one movie with the little blonde kid. What's
Home Alone. That's weird. Home Alone 2 came up today at work. We were talking about it.
Why? What for?
I don't know. I was kind of on the periphery of the conversation. I guess my boss was talking to somebody and they like randomly referenced it's like I'm going to be happier than the crazy old bird lady at the end of Home Alone 2 or something like that. It was weird.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's too funny. So if you feel the need to donate, you can donate somewhere to us somehow.
Well, you can donate to me personally if you go to Bandcamp. Just search Lowki Sapfoot on the internet. Find my Bandcamp page, and there's a couple albums. You can get them for free if you want, or you can pay me whatever you'd like for them. If you want to give me like $47,000 for a couple albums, feel free.
Right?
You know?
Why not? Supporting the arts, man. That's how you make it better. Support the arts. Plus, we've done a couple of small upgrades to this to give you a better podcast while you're out there in the world. Hopefully being entertained by our nonsense.
I like that. Entertainment.
Yep. We're your entertainment for today.
Nice.
So enjoy that on your soul.
Yeah. As always, send us pictures of your junk.
Especially Lowki. He loves it.
Yeah, I need to see clitori. Actually, it's not clitori, because that would be if it was with a U. So really, it's clitorises. And wangs. Show me your wang. I'm not like bisexual or anything. It's not even like a sexual thing. Like I want to be like jack off to your pussy when you send it to me. Or
right.
Not that I won't.
I think it's just.
But that's not what it's
more
about.
of a social experiment for you.
Yeah. God, I keep kicking the mic stand.
You just have an interest in seeing these things, or seeing if anybody will do it. Really.
Right. That's really what it is. It's just seeing if you'll do it.
Put your dong where your money is.
Let's be friends. You know. No, this isn't an exchange. I'm not promising to send you dick pics.
Yeah. No.
Am I some kind of savage? I have standards. But yeah.
I only send that shit to people I love and people I owe money to.
Send me your twat shots and your dick pics.
Oh, you were saying, did I coin that term?
I think
Hopefully
I did.
You did.
Probably not. Someone else must have.
I don't know.
Because Dane Cook did the twat swat thing, which was like cock block, but twat swat.
Ah, yeah.
So someone has to have done dick pic, twat shot. It has to have been done.
I don't know. Well,
I don't know. I'm taking credit, though.
Yeah, no. We didn't hear it anywhere else, so we heard it here first. Fuck y'all.
Yeah. If you want to dispute it, don't. Just go fuck yourself, because I don't want to hear it.
The fun thing about this episode is we are going to play tracks from every live track, mostly, that we have from guests that we've had on the show.
Right.
So over the last, I don't know, several weeks, month, whatever, 2 weeks, we've had Carlos the Tall from Youngsville. We've had Zach Freeman from Zach Freeman. And we've had Clark Libby from Clark Andrew Libby. As well as many other bands.
The Shacks and the what's the other one?
I'm totally blanking now.
The motherfuckers.
Yeah,
I don't think that's what it was called.
That's not what they're called.
But yeah, what are we playing first? Can we do? I want to do. Let's do Macho Man first.
Yeah,
I like that.
Macho Man by Zach Freeman.
And yeah, we don't want to do it because the good people heard Clark Andrew Libby last week.
Right.
So we'll save that to like the middle.
Yeah.
Right? Maybe. I don't know.
That's what you get in the middle.
Yeah. Macho Man.
Word.
Yeah, so we'll play that. I also want to mention I'm going to be getting Fallout, which I don't even think is a multiplayer game.
No.
But the fucking trailers, and I was talking to my boss about it.
You're talking about Fallout 4?
Fallout 4. Yeah.
I have not heard good things about it.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know. Somebody was writing an article.
I've heard it's a
Oh,
little buggy.
I've heard it was glitchy. That was the article that I read today.
But what isn't now when it launches? They patch that shit. But anyway,
get an update.
I'm going to be getting that, and I'm still playing. I've been getting back into hockey a little bit.
Yeah.
Playing a little bit of Elder Scrolls.
So what are you on? You're on the
Xbox One.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's your...
You can find me... Live World 23. I want to change it to Lowki Sapfoot, but someone has to buy my album first. And it's pretty sad that I haven't sold $10 worth of free album, which I guess is why, right? I've got a few downloads, but nobody paid.
Yeah.
But if you want to give me $10, then I can change my name to Lowki Sapfoot on Xbox One, and then you'll be able to find me easily, and you won't have to hear this stupid rant anymore.
Awesome.
So there you go.
Well, if you're a real gamer and you're not playing COD, which should have, COD.
Fish sticks. We should call that fish. We should call that fucking gay fish.
Fish and chips.
Fish dicks.
Hello, there's fish and chips here. I play a real first-person shooter called Battlefield. And in fact, I saw like the funniest meme today. It was like Battlefield, and it showed like real soldiers fighting. And then it was like COD, and it was like some kids playing war.
Yeah.
And so that pretty much summed it up for me. I was like, that's right. Thank you very much. Might as well be playing fucking cartoons, kiddos.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you're on that, I play Battlefield 3 live all the time. PSN. I am holiday_sale. That is holiday_sale.
Yeah.
So come on there, try and school me. It's not hard. Basically, if you're 11 years old and you haven't gone all the way through puberty yet, you can beat my ass. It's not that difficult.
I suck at hockey. I went on a kind of a run. I'm up to Division 7 now.
Booyah.
Yeah.
Booyah. One interesting thing, if you are listening to any of the tracks, the ones that we're going to be playing tonight, there are tracks that we've had people perform live on the show. You can check those out, the live performances, at youtube.com/media icons. It's not how it sounds. It's IKONZ.
It's so rebellious.
I know,
That's
man.
crazy.
It's so fucking 98.
Corn, so 90s.
Corn called. They were like, "You're taking our spelling scheme, bro."
Cottonmouth Kings, Limp Bizkit, and Corn called.
Stop stealing our spelling scheme, bro. So yeah, media icons. MEDIA.
Brian Bottkiller called and told you it's not 1996 anymore. Oh, sorry, Brian. I'm just kidding.
I love you, Brian.
Even though I don't think you were. But anyway.
I love you like a vegan loves kale.
I love you like a vegan hates himself. All right. This has been the problem. I'm just kidding. I have no beef with you. All right.
Maybe some venison, but not beef.
This is Macho Man by Zach Freeman, and we will see you on the other side with
check it out.
Tasty tidbits.
He don't tell no lie, he don't tell no lie, no, oh no, no, oh no, well, he said that he gon' put up the sky, he don't tell no lie, he don't tell no lie, no, oh no, no, oh no, well, he said that he gon' put up the sky, he don't tell no lie, he don't tell no lie, no, oh no, no, he said that he gon' put up the sky. He don't tell no lie. He don't tell no lie. Come on. Oh no. Yo, we all thought that we could believe him, but then we pushed and now we can see that there's a new sky waiting for all of us to step. You never could imagine what one person could do. Yes, we all believe and we all try to understand things that we're looking at. Our own eyes are the things that we believe if we were paying attention to what just happened like a minute ago. We try to push and pull and we strive to move, and then we walk away and forget to say that this anthem means that we are all united underneath this banner of humanity. It's not you and me, it's just us and them and all of us pushing for the same reason that we're getting farther. It's okay if we all get wounded in the struggle, but the problem is that we are causing all the trouble. Now come on. He said that he gon' put up the sky. He said that he gon' put up the sky. He don't tell no lie. He don't tell no lie. Oh no. He said that he gon' put up the sky. He don't tell no lie. He don't tell no lie. No. Oh no. No. Oh no. Yo, we all back in the saddle once again, riding around like cowboys and Indians. Gee, it's really funny when we asking for the money that we've already been paid just for being citizens. It's like more rights for the more fights for us to stop responsibility that's falling apart. We all losing all the footing that we had, because we all know that when we grow up we just wanna be bad, not cool. We play the fool when we have the time to pay attention to our kids. Now we got these rhymes that make more sense to us than the money in the wallet that we spent 8 hours trying to work for. It's no door, it's in store, it's a new sale, it's another day to bail out on the people that we thought that we were now. It's just another price tag, put that back into the bag, y'all. If you need another hamburger, another french fry, another freaking frozen drink, because that stops us off from thinking about the things that really matter. Now we're watching ourselves. It's like obesity is not just another unit, it's a way of life. So just look at your wife and your kids and your car and your dog. It's not far for you to that I'm not really trying to lie about macho man. Size is really us, and you can't believe that it happened to you. You woke up one day and you found out that it wouldn't let you have space. It was all about, it's like air we breathe, it's like songs we see, it's like lives we want, it's those things we found we can't be any more useful than we really were when we were just babies. So he said that he gon' put up the sky, he don't tell no lie, he don't tell no lie, no, oh no, no, oh no, yeah. He said that he gon' put up the sky, he don't tell no lie, he don't tell no lie, no, oh no, no, oh no, yeah. He said that he gon' put up the sky, he don't tell no lie, he don't tell no lie, no.
Okay. Hola. Check, check, check.
Burgers and fries. I would like burgers and fries.
Burgers and fries.
Boogers and fries.
Boogers and flies.
Yeah, boogers and flies for sure.
All right.
Chickadee check.
What do? We talk about something?
Oh yeah, I guess, huh? This is
that
this is it that time of the week again?
It's that time of the week. It's that time of the month.
This week's podcast brought to you by La Cumbre Elevated IPA.
I feel elevated already.
I took a picture with Marble IPA and somebody was like, "Marble is shit. You should get La Cumbre."
Yeah, fuck Marble.
And I was like, "Okay, fine." So that's what we're drinking tonight.
Nice, good choice.
It is delicious.
It's got lovely label art. It looks like a string cheese incident T-shirt or something.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
These things happen. So last week's episode was interesting.
It was long. Did anybody make it to the end of that? Did anybody make it to the middle?
I'm sure they did.
Yeah.
I made it to the middle easily.
I made it all the way to the end.
I just didn't want to spoil The Walking Dead for myself.
Oh, yeah.
Even though I think I was talking about it too.
You were.
I don't know. I was pretty, I was like, I don't know, 10 sheets to the wind. I was a whole linen closet to the wind.
Yeah.
Yeah, because last week we were drinking 4 Roses small batch from 4 barrels, handcrafted.
Hot
bourbon.
waffle. That's some fancy shit.
Look at that. It's almost empty.
Damn,
There's
son.
like a...
Did we drink all of that last week?
We were about there.
Oh, okay. Because, yeah, there's no way. I wasn't that fucked up.
No, I was, though. I couldn't even say Clark. I was saying Kark. Kirk Andrew.
Yeah, his name is tricky because it's like, you want to say like Andrew Lloyd Webber because
right.
Libby sounds like Webber.
Yeah.
And then it's also like Clark Andrew Clark. I don't know. It just doesn't sound...
It's 2 first names.
Yeah,
one pretending to be a middle name.
Right.
It's kind of funny when you hear somebody's middle name. Like, you know, they might be one thing like Dennis the whole time. You're like, Dennis. And they're like, Lloyd. What?
How many kids are out there you think their middle name is actually Trouble? Like somebody thought they were being clever?
Not enough.
Trouble's my middle name. I'm sure it's happened. How many like white kids you think there are in like the Cleveland area named LeBron that then like changed their names when he left to go to Miami? That had to have happened, right?
Stephen LeBron. My name is Stephen LeBron.
Skylar LeBron Stevenson, like some sort of
Stephen LeBron Jobalowski.
LeBron Jobalowski. There's a rookie defensive back that plays for the Cowboys named Byron Jones, and the owner of the Cowboys is Jerry Jones. And I always, whenever I see him, I always just think like, wow, he's made for this. He's been being owned by guys named Jones, his family going way back.
For a while. Only to find his grandfather was white.
Yeah, his grandfather is the same as Jerry Jones' great grandfather or whatever.
Right, way back when.
Somewhere down the line,
their relatives.
Someone got frisky with the help, you know.
As it happens.
That's how it goes. The forbidden. That's the forbidden fruit.
See, that's why Lacey Green is right. We do live in a rape culture. It's a culture made by rape.
Well, I mean, kinda. Yeah.
I mean, that's all the Hispanics in New Mexico. They're always like, I'm Spanish. You're like, no, you're a fucking Indian that lost their culture, dude.
Yeah, it's funny how, like, Mexicans are all racist against Indians. And it's like, but you wouldn't exist. You're half Spanish, half Indian.
And you're probably mostly Indian anyway. Yeah.
Right, yeah, exactly. That's just funny. But that's the culture.
Well, the history in New Mexico is that, like, so when New Mexico was a colony of Spain, they were like, well, you can own land and be a citizen and shit, or you can keep your culture. And so people were like, oh, okay, baptize me. Call me something that ends with an EZ. Cool. Chavez, Sanchez, whatever.
Right.
Yeah. And then some people were just like, no, we're planning revolt. You guys keep doing what you're going to do.
That's always a weird thing when you drive through, like, the Four Corners area.
Yeah. And
there's all these, like, churches, like, Christian churches, but they have, like, native language names.
Yeah.
It's always so fucking weird. That's how I always feel about, like, Southern Black Baptist culture. I'm like, because the slavery, why would you keep doing the thing with the Christ? Because, I don't know. All right.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel that way, too, about, I'm totally blanking now. But yeah, no. Yeah.
At least they got, like, the songs and the dancing in the aisles and the ladies with the fans and the fancy clothes.
Hell yeah.
That makes church pretty cool.
I know. Every time I go to San Fran, we keep wanting to go to this one. There's a church like that.
Yeah.
But we never make it.
Like the church in Blues Brothers?
Yeah. Why not?
They say, slide on down to the Triple Rock. You hear what Cleophas has to say. You boys get wise, you get to church.
Speaking of bringing the band back together.
Yeah.
Now we might have a practice space, huh?
Yeah. I got a new house lined up, and I'm thinking we can probably practice there. It seems like it won't piss the neighbors. There's a couple neighbors kind of close-ish.
Yeah.
But as long as we're done by nighttime.
Right.
Practice from like 6 to 9 or whatever.
There's children's there anyway, so we gotta get our shit straight. We're not youngins no more.
Right. It's the old person version.
Kids are involved. Yeah, right.
Yeah. Batwings for Lab Rats gets old.
Although, to be fair, I was out one night at, where was I? Anodyne or something. And somebody was like, oh, man, Batwings for Lab Rats. Blah. Yeah. And I was like, oh, hi. He's like, man, we played a show with you. I was like, oh, that's awesome. What was the band again?
Yeah.
I was the worst.
Nobody recognizes me. Some people do, but not much, because I don't have the hair, which was the whole thing.
Yeah. Your mane. You had mane. You were like a lion.
Right.
He was like an African lion. You cut that off. He was like Samson. Without it, his power was gone.
I don't think so. I think I still have my powers.
Tonight's show is also brought to you by Sennheiser, a New Mexico company.
New Mexico company?
Yeah.
Aren't they like German or something?
No, they're
Sennheiser.
Well, they have a manufacturing company out here, or a factory out here. Our headphones tonight. We've invested a little.
We got some new shit.
We've invested a little more money into this here podcast. So if you feel the need to donate, please do.
Yeah. Send us money.
Because we both live in minimum wage hell, supposedly.
So I got like a smartphone, and so I can check my email, and I keep checking for dick pics and some twat shots, which I think is a term I just made up. A twat shot? Is that?
And do
people say that?
Very disappointed.
Like dick pic, twat shot? Is that?
Well, they should.
It rhymes. I didn't even realize it. I'm trademarking that right now on this recording. I came up with twat shot.
You heard it here, folks.
Anyway, I keep checking my mail for twat shots and dick pics and nip slips, and I'm not finding anything.
And all you're finding is disappointment?
Nothing. Just dust. It's like an 89-year-old man ejaculating.
It's like a metaphor for life.
Yeah.
You hope. You expect things out of it, and then just disappointment all the time.
I've learned not to expect, but I still make the naive rookie mistake of hoping sometimes for things in life, and that doesn't work out.
You forgot.
The younger you can learn that your dreams aren't going to work out, the better.
Because then when they do, you're surprised.
Yeah, we got to stop giving kids trophies for losing.
You basically, out of the womb, you got to be like, loser!
Right.
Fucking loser!
We got to take it back. We got to start hitting our kids again. Just kidding. but kind of not.
Depends on what you hit them with. The truth?
Well, not the hitting part.
Hit them with the truth.
It's a bunch of fucking babies.
It'll teach them some good things.
Yeah. I'm sure all people, when they turn old, say that, though. Every generation is like, these fucking kids, they're all spoiled. They're fucked.
Pampered.
But it's true, too, right? Like, we keep getting shittier in some way.
Some way, yeah.
As far as, like, capability of, like, dealing with the world, I feel like...
I mean, now we're not, like...
each generation.
At least we're not hanging black people from trees and beating up gay people.
It's a give and take.
Yeah.
Right.
But now we have to deal with dudes with beards and...
Right.
You know?
Yeah, what's with... we were talking about this earlier. Where did this look come from where it's like the big beard... Usually it's with a waxed mustache, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And then they have, like, the sides of their head are shaved, but then it fades into, like, a 1950s haircut.
Yeah.
What is with this look? Where the fuck did it come from?
I always just feel like they didn't have the balls to actually go with a mohawk.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't even look that bad, like, if one guy did it or whatever, but, like, where did it come from? It's, like, the look now.
Yeah.
Like, I saw a meme the other day, and it was, like, a guy with, like, a permed mullet and a mustache. And then that look now with the waxed mustache, beard. I don't know what kind of haircut that's called.
Yeah.
But that look, and it's like, someday this will be seen like this. And it showed the mullet.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Thank you.
Yeah, I work in the vaping industry, and that look runs rampant. Like, that's the, like, I'm a professional yet still cool guy. Like, they always have, like, traditional tattoos also.
Oh, like those...
like the sailor...
Yeah, all the sailory, cartoony bullshit.
Yeah,
sometimes
like
nautical
the
stars.
Old flash art. Yeah, like a ship on their chest.
Or like...
It's like, bitch, you're in New Mexico. Why do you have a ship on your chest? What the fuck are you doing? I don't know.
No, it's silly.
Yeah.
If we're going to trade in beatings of minorities, we should trade it for that. Beatings of those people.
But what would we do if we didn't have, like, a scapegoat to mock, you know?
I'm sure there'd be one anyway. I mean, emo kids were, you know,
right, that was
for
the
longest time.
Yeah.
In fact,
is that still a thing?
Like, but no. Well, I mean,
is it still like a genre? Is like screamo? Are there new screamo bands coming out?
No, now it's 21 somethings. There's like two guys, and now it's like.
Wait, is it 21 somethings or is it two guys?
Well, it's two guys, but the band name is 21
okay.
whatever. I don't know what the fuck.
Yeah.
And like. They got good energy, but like the guy like that's like how he sings.
Well, I liked Skrillex's band before he was Skrillex from First to Last. I thought they were okay.
Is that what the name was? I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I probably only liked them. I probably only even gave them a chance because Wes Borland played bass on one of their albums.
Whoa, really?
Yeah, on Heroin.
That's pretty cool.
By them. It's a pretty sweet album. I dig it. It's got like weird like Deftonesy electronic madness, but then it's like a screamo.
Yeah.
But it's like kind of psychedelic. Like it's not just like Thrice or whatever. I don't know if they're considered screamo technically, but that's what I'm thinking of. That kind of thing. Like emotional, screamy metal.
I don't know. I just always see it as like whiny white kids.
Yeah.
Like
right.
Whiny white kids screaming about nothing.
Right.
It's terrible. I don't know. They're like, not to talk shit, but I am. There was some kid who was like posting up about doing like another crunkcore, screamo crunkcore.
Is that what like Broken Side is? Crunkcore?
Yeah. In fact, that's what he like mentioned in the ad on Craigslist.
We've opened for them, yo.
Really?
Oh, you weren't in the band anymore. Yeah, that was one of our last shows.
Really?
And nobody was there. I felt bad for Broken Side.
Yeah.
Their homecoming show on tour.
Yeah.
On a label tour or whatever, like nobody gave a shit. Like they're old news. Like whatever the kids were that were 15 2 years ago, they're 17 now and they're into beards and weird shaved side of the head haircuts now.
Craft beers.
Craft beards.
Craft beards.
It's a good band name, the Craft Beards.
And nobody has a beard in the band.
Right. Yeah.
Oh man.
Men Without Hats. Did they ever wear hats when they played?
Never. I never saw them with hats in a music video ever.
What songs did they do?
I come from a London.
Isn't that Men at Work?
Oh, that's Men at Work. I don't know. Men with hats.
Is Men Without Hats the ones that do? You can dance if you want to. You can leave your friends behind.
Oh, the safety dance. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't think so. Maybe. I don't know. I
need to start going to ironic sweater parties and learning.
Apparently, you need to get more friends with beards and shaved sides of their heads, dude.
Yeah. Is it still the 80s? Are we still recycling the 80s?
No. We're going back to the 90s.
That's the thing now.
Zubas are
so
coming.
90s.
Jinkos are coming back.
Nice. I think we've talked about this before.
Yeah, not at any length, but it's finally happening. The 90s are coming back. So my music is going to be relevant now.
This is it. This is our chance.
This is the moment.
This is our chance to be ironically relevant.
Yes.
Yeah.
Not doing any more fucking stupid new wave bullshit. We're doing some real 90s rock and roll, pop punk, fucking coming back with it, man.
Maybe it's just because I'm old. Maybe it's because I've learned a thing or two. But I just want to wear comfortable pants now.
Yeah.
They don't have to be all baggy where I'm adjusting my belt every 2 seconds. They'll fall off my ass.
With your chain wallet.
They don't got to be all skinny where I have to suck in and lay down on the bed to fucking get them on,
right.
With my...
Where you can text through your pants.
Yeah. Yeah, I just like a nice middle ground.
Yeah.
A 90s fit.
Yeah. I don't think I ever stopped, really. I mean, I think I had one pair of pants that might have been... They weren't even close to skinny jeans. I can't do it, man.
No, I've never done...
I'm not built like that. I have thighs and shit, man. If you want me to have a wallet and not hate you, then I better have pants that kind of fit.
I have a giant equine penis that hangs down the side of my leg.
Yeah,
so
yeah. You gotta keep that thing circulated. I mean, if that loses circulation, it falls off like a dog's tail.
Right. You ready to stop and speak on it?
Speak on it.
This is the problem with everything. I'm Lowki Sapfoot.
And I'm Holiday Rob, and up next is a track by local band extraordinaires Youngsville. We had Carlos Atal on several episodes ago. He played a song called The Passion. So this is actually the album version of The Passion.
No, I thought we were going to play the live version.
Oh, no, they can see the live version online.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I get what you...
We're giving album versions away now.
I see where you're going with this. So if you want to see the special live recording, you got to go to youtube.com/media icons IKONZ.
Yes.
Word.
New metal spelling.
New metal. To see the new metal version of this Youngsville song. Just kidding. Enjoy it. We'll be back after these musical messages.
Excitement.
Is that true? Is that... Oh, what if you tied a rubber band really tight around someone's dick? With the tip of it, oh, dude. That's rough.
That would be terrible.
You ever seen Europa? I don't know.
No.
It's I've
seen Europa, the movie, but not...
Is that what it is? Maybe there's only one Europa? It's like a Nazi kid? He's a Jew, and then he poses as a Nazi to get away from the Holocaust.
Huh.
But he because he's circumcised, so when he's joining the Nazi army, he has it he stretches out his dick skin and ties it off or something weird to make it look like he's uncircumcised, and it gets all fucked up and infected.
Oh man.
He pierces it shut or something, pulls it forward. I don't know exactly how it goes, but
he pays it forward.
Yeah, and he's there's a scene where he's in the shower and his dick's all crusted over, and he's all fucking. Yeah.
No, I missed out on that.
He's trying to hide it, Yeah.
No, Europa is a movie about space. It's actually, it's annoyingly a found footage one. It's a found footage horror space movie. It's not half bad, and the ending is actually pretty cool.
Oh, it's about the moon Europa.
Yeah, they're going to the moon Europa of
sense.
Jupiter to to see if it's habitable.
Okay, I've heard of that. Or what's the something report?
Oh, that's it. The Europa report.
Europa report.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Did you see that or
no? I haven't.
Oh,
I've heard it's good.
It's pretty fucking cool. It's worth sitting through mostly.
You know what I liked found footage wise was you ever see Diary of the Dead?
No.
It was George Romero's reboot of his own series.
Yeah.
Like, and it was like Blair Witch found footage style, where it's like this like film class is making a shitty horror movie for their final or whatever, and then the zombie apocalypse starts happening, so they just keep filming.
Why stop? Someday we'll find an editing bay.
Yeah, and then along the way they use the internet, and it's about how like people got the truth out and helped each other through the zombie apocalypse by uploading videos, like the people's media kind of
I'll
thing.
have to watch it.
It was pretty cool.
Anytime I see like found footage, I'm usually not gonna watch it because
it's played out. It's hard to do.
What is it? The one with the house and the bedroom, like the
Paranormal Activity 9.
Fuck those fucking movies. God damn it! Stop watching that shit, people.
Paranormal Activity 17.
Why the fuck do people like sit through that? Like,
it's like porno at this point.
Who's
it's like
willing to like sit through? You know what's gonna happen at the end, and nobody looks good in high def.
Just like pornography.
Just like pornography. It's so dumb. Like, Cloverfield was really cool. I own that. I like Cloverfield. I
want to see that again because I saw like a bootleg copy that I downloaded when I had a kidney stone. So I was in no mood to be watching it.
Right.
And it was like a shitty like film,
quality
theater filmed.
Oh my god, yeah.
I think like it was all dark and you couldn't really tell what was happening. That mixed with the camera shake style, I couldn't tell what was happening at all.
I don't know. It's not great by any means.
But in that one, like they don't show the monster fully till the very end.
Right. That's
pretty cool.
And so
like it's old school.
That's fun.
Yeah.
It more has to do with so now we're gonna get all film schooly here. It more has to do with the fact. So one of the guys that teaches at UNM actually did a published article about it, and he was talking about like our fears because his whole thing is like horror movies kind of for the most part kind of speak to our fears. So American Werewolf in Paris is or England? What
There's both.
The old one. Whichever.
There's Paris and London. The old one is London,
I think.
Yeah.
And, that one is like, you have this young guy who is in a place he doesn't know, and his body starts changing. It's about puberty. Your body's like changing.
Interesting.
And and so Cloverfield kind of harkens back to like 9/11, like very much in a very like almost explicit way, like where you're like, duh. Just the horror of like urban centers, the destruction of urban centers and being there and the horror of that.
Yeah.
So I love watching it through that lens and kind of enjoying it through that lens. The only other found footage film that I own is the, now I'm going to forget it. It's Quarantine.
I think I've seen that.
It's where this chick's like with a news reporter and she's with these firefighters and they get called to this building where something's going on.
Yeah, I watched that. Yeah. I was kind of in and out of it. I think I was like making out while it was on or something. So I saw like the beginning and then
I was busy.
Yeah.
And that one's based off of a Mexican film I think called Record or REC.
Well, yeah.
So it's not really original at all, but
nothing's original anymore.
It's fun. I mean, those are fast zombies, just like 28 Days Later. You don't see a lot of fast zombies these days. And, what with The Walking Dead and the walkers and the roamers, the walkers and
the biters.
The biters.
Yeah.
Man, you got some of them biters.
Oh. Does Fear the Walking Dead, do they have a name for them yet? Were they calling them walkers or...
No, because they're just... never heard that. I heard they were all relegated to being sick.
Oh yeah, infected. That's what they call them.
Yeah.
Because they still think there's going to be a cure, and then they're all going to live happily ever after.
Yeah, they think they're going to be saved.
Right.
But I don't know if we should spoiler alert, but spoiler alert if you haven't seen that. The last episode when Nick, the drug addict's like,
Junkie Depp.
Yeah. And Junkie Depp, he's like, I've been living this life the whole time. The whole world's catching up with me.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, I could relate to that. I don't, there's like certain people who, for whatever reason, the experiences in their life or whatever they've put themselves through, like are going to be apt for living in a world like that. Like I've always felt like that, like where
I think I'd be fucked.
I would miss all the modern conveniences. I'd miss running water and toilets, but overall, like not having to go to work, not having to think about a 401k, not having to think about
it would be nice
debt.
For right now to be all that it's about, or
Yeah.
at least like planning for survival for the future and not for all these abstract silly things that aren't real.
God, they're fucking stupid. I mean, like credit report numbers and shit like that. Like, that's when you're just like, oh, somebody made up a game and the rest of us stupidly have gone along with it.
I know. Like, what? I did not sign up to play your credit score game. I did not drop a quarter in this shit. Like, I am not participating, yet I apparently have a credit score attached to my name and identity.
Right.
All right.
And that's creepy. I mean, everybody's always talking about, like, freedom and blah, 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 and liberty and all that shit. And you're like, no, you're already in it, dude. You didn't have a choice.
As Bill Hicks once said, like, you think you're free? That's cute. Try going somewhere without money.
Yeah.
Anywhere. Try going anywhere in this country or the world without money. Good luck. Yeah.
Not doing it.
Right.
That's why I'm gonna build my tiny house off the grid on my little piece of land and grow hemp.
Yeah, I'm getting ready to move here over the next like 2 or 3 weeks, and yeah, all the little things like forwarding all my addresses and my fucking moving the cable and the water and the
yeah.
Which I understand.
Closing one account to open another.
Yeah, like I get the reason for all of this, but it's just it's so silly.
It's somebody else's game. Like, basically, somebody set up the rules and made a game that benefits them. A group of people did. And then they were like, oh, by the way, you have to play this now and it doesn't benefit you. Ha 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 ha.
Yeah, we own the means of your comfort and survival. So you're now playing this game.
So now
you exist and you're within our realm of dungeon mastery. So you are now playing the advanced D&D that is your life.
Roll the
die. Right. Yep. Come on, Dungeon Master, hook me up with some potions or something, bro. Right? Shit.
I don't care if they're temporary or not.
Hey, Illuminati, hook a brother up.
So, speaking of potions, something I found out, which we were talking about earlier too, and I guess it would be like almost a 10-year anniversary, is that apparently psilocybin, is that how you say it?
Yeah.
Psilocybin mushrooms are totally legal to grow in New Mexico.
What the fuck? How did I not know this? That's crazy.
That's insane. So yeah, it says in 2005, New Mexico Court of Appeals decided growing hallucinogenic mushrooms wasn't illegal. You can totally grow them in Albuquerque, raw. Isn't that great?
So strange. Yeah, I'm speechless. What is it about mushrooms that's different for New Mexico? Where they're like, oh yeah, obviously those should be illegal. Whereas like pot or whatever else,
right?
Coca leaves, how come that's not okay?
I know.
Where's the line here?
I have no idea, but
how does the federal government feel about mushrooms?
Oh, I'm
they're
sure
like Schedule 2, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're not legal on the federal level. But you know, if you're not getting raided by the DEA and the cops aren't going to give a shit,
right?
Like they're not going to care. Like even as a controlled substance, I don't even think they would even fine you, probably. But that's awesome. So there you go, New Mexico. Find your spores, get a jar, what'd you say, pressure cooker?
Yeah.
Make some good mushrooms.
You take like an imprint of the spores, right, from like a growing mushroom, and then you like plant that on a rice cake or like a piece of cow shit or whatever you got laying around, and then it grows on that. If you keep it like
moist
at
a temperature,
dark, and cool, yeah.
Wow, I don't know. That's pretty cool. So there you go, informing our listeners all the time of
it's amazing
many great things that they can do. I mean, of all the drugs that are out there, not only is it like one of the most benign. I mean, it'll make you feel like you're going crazy if you take too much, and you're not able to handle it.
The worst danger with mushrooms is you like jump off a building or you shoot yourself because you're freaking out.
Right.
Which is a possibility.
Because I've had people freak out and be like, I took too much, I need to go to the hospital, and you're like, no,
you don't.
Unfortunately, what you need to do is hide under some blankets and
you'll be fine in 3 hours.
Find a quiet spot and just like wait it out. Because
the psychedelic experience by Timothy Leary and Ram Dass, whatever his name was before he was Ram Dass.
Yeah.
Richard Alpert, I think, or something like that.
I don't know.
Which is based on the Tibetan Book of the Dead. But in the back, there's a bunch of things you can read to people who are freaking out.
Whoa.
A friend of mine, his girlfriend, he gave her mushrooms, and they were in my house, and she was flipping out. It was the first time she ever did it. She never even like smokes pot or anything, so she was all going crazy. She's all uptight. Like she was studying like pre-med. And her, like, she's from a long line of doctors or whatever, so her whole life was stress. Like, I have to be as perfect as my grandfather. Oh my God! Like, and then she takes mushrooms and is in no way mentally prepared for this, which is good. Like, that's how you fight the demons or whatever. But yeah, she was freaking out, and luckily I had this book on hand, and I became like the shaman. just lay down. I put my calm voice on.
That day you were Lowki shaman foot.
Yeah. I keep kicking the mic stand. I apologize.
For the booms.
Yeah, I'm sorry for my behavior. But no, yeah, it was cool. If you're doing mushrooms out there, especially if you have a babysitter, which I would recommend, it's good to have somebody there who's been around it at least a little bit before and who's not tripping.
Right.
So they can be like your touchstone to reality.
Yeah.
Because if they're not freaking out, then you're not doing anything that you should worry about.
Yeah.
Because reality can get real distorted when you start tripping and you're like, I think we've committed a crime and the cops are on their way. Right. And then you convince everyone else in the room and suddenly you're like, who can drive? We have to drive somewhere else right now. And there was no problem. You just made this up. Like, that can happen. But if you have a sober person there who understands these things, they can be like, no, everyone's okay. Trust me.
We're all good.
And then if anything happens, it's good to have a copy of the Psychedelic Experience by Timothy Leary, and check that shit out.
That's awesome. No,
I endorse it.
I don't know what day of the week it is, but
it doesn't matter.
This is Holiday Rob.
I'm Lowki Sapfoot.
We're gonna play a song for you. What is that song?
It's Petunias by Supergiant. It's I don't know, it might be their biggest hit. It's probably like they're probably like Pink Floyd with Money, where like they feel like they have to play it but they're sick of it.
Right.
But it's an awesome song, so check it out.
Sweet.
Petunias by Supergiant.
I think the only time anything negative besides I've had 2 girlfriends freak out on me before.
Yeah.
But one time, you know those so for hookah you have the coals, right? Mm-hmm. And you light them and they have little runners on them.
Yeah, that shit looks amazing. Yeah.
And so I think a bunch of us were just sitting there just looking at the runners on the coal, and all of a sudden the smoke alarm went off. And it was just like, oh no, what did we do? The house is burning down.
Yeah.
And I just remember having like one door open on one end of the house and then the back door open, and I had like a pizza tray and I was just sitting there like trying to fan the air out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was not
That's
so
harsh.
much fun. And that was like at 5 a.m. or something stupid.
See, and that's why it's good. It can also be a bummer though if you have one sober person.
Yeah.
And that's why it's got to be a good guide type person.
Yeah.
Someone who's not gonna fuck with you because they think it's funny to try to trip you out.
Oh right.
Someone who's just there. They're just playing defense. You know. They're just there. If anything, if you have any questions, they help you through it. But they're not there for their ego. You know? They're just there to help you. Just hold your hand if you need it, or just stand by if you don't.
I also found Adult Swim to be one of the best things to watch ever. Like Aqua Teen Hunger Force was on one time, and they went to some bizarre some bizarre dimension, and he was like, "How come there's a watch over there on that shoe, and how come there's an ice cream cone in that whatever?" And then he was all, "Why is anything?" And you're just like, "Oh my god, my mind is blown. Why is anything?" Mm-hmm. and I have to make Rob's recommendation for Happy Psychedelics, which is Broad City on Comedy Central. Holy shit, I
like those chicks.
Funny. They are hilarious. Alana's not out there, but if you're out there, god damn it,
she's
woman,
out there.
You're funny. You are hilarious.
Rob's ready for you. He's ready to change his life for you today. Write us. Write to me, LokiSapfoot@gmail.com, and I'll play matchmaker for you and Rob.
I don't even want that. I just want to hang out and get drunk and do drugs with them. They're so
they're
funny.
awesome.
Like, I don't. It's like going to Las Vegas and you have a millionaire buddy, you know. Like, if you were going to go to New York City, you'd want them to be your guides.
Right.
Like, they, like in the show, you know, the characters or whatever, they, like, work the shittiest jobs and, like, they barely get by, but they always seem to, like, have enough money for, like, weed and booze and, you know, other things.
This sounds familiar. I feel I might relate to this show.
Yeah, but they're so funny. They're just ridiculous. So it's a good time.
Yeah, I remember... one summer, me and my friend Allie, this when I was like 19 or something.
Whoa, you were 19 once upon a time?
Yeah, allegedly that summer we did a lot of eating mushrooms and watching Family Guy for hours on end and eating Otter Pops. Like, I remember she had two like lazy boy chairs.
Yeah.
And we were just sitting there side by side, and we had like a coffee cup in between us that we would put our spent Otter Pop sheaths in, you know.
Yeah.
The plastic sleeve that holds the icy goodness. And it looked like a flower because there was like 50 of them. Like, we were just eating Otter Pops.
A bouquet of Otter Pop
eating
sleeves.
Mushrooms and Otter Pops and watching Family Guy. I remember it was like 7 a.m. and we were trying to figure out how to get food. It was earlier. It was like 5:30 on like a Thursday, and we were like, we're so hungry, but I can't drive. What are we gonna do? And then we were like, can we call pizza? No, they're not. It's 5:30 in the morning. They're not open.
They're not even open.
Yeah.
Oh man, trying to shop. So I was proposed this last time I took mushrooms. Was like, why don't you go get us some supplies from the local grocer? And I was like, you know what? I can't do it right now. I can't do it. Even not just the fact that math is impossible to do right now, but math under pressure. Like, if you ask me to do it, and
you start crying in line
because here I am, I'm like going up. I can't do math.
Yeah.
I have a line of people behind me that don't know my story, haven't met me until now, don't give a shit what I do now or what I do afterwards.
If they knew the story, they're probably not going to be sympathetic to I'm on drugs.
Not at all.
I can't function.
Not at all. And so they're all they want for you to do is get the fuck out of the way because they were at work all day and they came to get their shit and they want to go home and fuck around too.
Right.
They want you out of there as so quickly. And so I was like, I can't deal with the pressure of
this is a professional adult situation.
Yeah, I can't deal with that kind of pressure right now. There's no way that's going to happen. I'm not going to make that happen.
Right.
And yeah.
Yeah, I've been there before.
So that's the only thing about alcohol. Alcohol is the border obliterator. You don't have any. You're like, I barely care about myself. Fuck you. What do I care about you?
Right.
You act like I give any shits about anything right now.
Don't give a fuck.
And yeah, so alcohol pretty much just does that for most people.
Well, mushrooms is a whole other.
No,
that's not even the same sport.
That's a conscious builder.
I'm not really so much into like the party vibe with any kind of psychedelic anymore.
Oh, really?
I feel like that's played out. I mean, I'm open to it.
Yeah.
But I'm not like, let's eat mushrooms and go see Batman, dude. Like, I don't. To me,
which I've done.
Right. That's why. But I don't know. I mean, not that I wouldn't necessarily do that, but I feel more like it's more of an inward journey at this point. Like, I want to just do it with a couple friends, just in a house, and that's it.
The best time I think I ever had was camping. I went camping with some friends, and a friend just was like, hey, I got a baggie full, and there was like 5 of us, and the fire was amazing. Looking at a burning fire is amazing. But
see, I get a little anxious about that kind of thing.
Oh, really?
Especially like knowing like there's a comfort to being in the city when I'm tripping, where it's like, this is my bed. There's running water. There's a hospital, if God forbid, or whatever.
Yeah.
Like my mental checklist, I can be okay. But when you're just in the woods, yeah, everything's awesome. But if my mind starts to worry, there's no safety net.
Yeah.
You know, it's just like, there's bears. That's the opposite of a hospital.
Bears are the opposite of a hospital. Just in case you were wondering out there.
And that's what I learned. That's what the sacred mushrooms taught me.
Oh, man. Yeah, no, we just had a good time. Like, everything was hilarious. We all just laughed. Like, it was too much fun. It was a bonding experience for some of us.
For me, almost every time I ever partake in that kind of thing, there's a moment where I tell myself never to do it again. Like,
oh, really?
In my internal dialogue.
Huh.
And I kind of feel, not always, and when it doesn't happen, I kind of feel like I didn't take enough, or like I didn't get to the, like, I feel like part of the experience, at least personally, is you should be frightened within an inch of your life at some point during a mushroom trip.
I get you.
Or it's not really
right
of substance, you know?
Yeah. I can see that.
That's just always been, it's like, there has to be an ordeal. It's like the hero's journey.
Well, that's why it's a trip. You're going on a journey. It's not like,
you have to overcome the darkness.
Nobody was ever like, I went to 7-Eleven and let me tell you this story.
Yeah.
Although that would be pretty good if there was.
I've heard stories that start at 7-Eleven.
Guy came in with a mask and a gun.
Right.
He was asking for money. He wasn't asking. He demanded.
Excuse me, can I please... Sorry about the gun, but I was just wondering if you could just fill this bag up for me.
Look, I'm not going to lie to you. This gun will go off. I'm protecting you right now with it in my hands. But if you don't give me some money, this gun will fucking lose its shit. My
finger is protecting you right now. If my finger decides to stop protecting you, it'll push this trigger down.
Trouble is coming.
Trouble is my middle name.
Oh, shit. Samson Trouble McGee. Yep.
Anyway.
Good old Samson Trouble McGee's are here.
Is there anything else we need to tell people about?
I don't even know, man.
Quietly kept? You got like shows?
Nope, we don't have anything. We're taking our break until December. I mean, we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this thing. I don't know what we're doing this weekend, but supposedly we have a thing going on. But it's not like a official show. We're just gonna be playing at this. I don't know what you call it. Like people are gonna sell stuff, kind of like a swap.
Bazaar?
Yeah, I guess like a bazaar. A bazaar. Is it a bazaar?
How bizarre. Doot, 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 doot.
But,
cruising down the freeway in the hot, hot sun. Sorry.
Yeah, I don't know. I was hoping the show would be more dynamic and exciting because we were supposed to have a guest who was just doing the New Mexico thing of like, hey, maybe.
Right.
But then not answering questions or setting a time or anything like that.
Like, how hard is it, no offense to you out there if you're listening, but you're probably not. How hard is it to set a time to do something and then just do the thing you said you were going to do at that time?
Right, yeah. Just like an hour. It's an hour on a Monday. What could possibly happen on a Monday?
Right.
That would be so...
And you're holding out for something better. I think I can do that, but maybe not. In case, like...
I don't know, man. There might be some place making free grilled cheeses that I need to go to.
The Joker might show up on a float and throw out free money or something, so I gotta keep my Monday night open,
They said he has gas balloons. I don't believe it.
I don't think he'd do that to us.
That sounds like some real Tim Burton bullshit.
Why would somebody with free money want to gas us to death? It doesn't make any sense.
Seems like he wants us to be happy.
I keep hitting the mic stand. Sorry.
That's okay. Next week we'll probably have something around 2 to 3 guests from a band. Won't make any announcements yet because although they said we'll probably be able to do next Monday, that just doesn't sound like a raging endorsement to me. But then the following week we will have a guest. So he actually works at a local comic book shop, and
nice.
It's gonna be fun, good times. We'll get to talk about some comics.
Things are gonna get dorky in this bitch.
Yeah, so you better bone up. I don't know why they say that.
There'll be no boning. Why do you
gotta bone up? I don't understand that.
I mean, I guess it's better than boning down.
Well, that's what I always tell people when they're like, I don't know about you, but the term "pissed off" like never elicits me thinking that somebody's actually serious. They're just like, I'm so pissed off. It just sounds like it's one step above idiocracy. pissed off. I'm just pissed off.
No.
And so I'm always like, well, I'd rather be pissed off than pissed on.
Right. I remember a moment when I was a very young child. It's one of my earliest memories, actually. Telling my mom that I'm pissed off, that she's pissing me off. Whoa. And she was like, oh! You know? It was one of the first times as like I was like 4 or something.
Yeah.
And of being like, asserting my no as a child. Like,
Mother, you are pissing me off.
And I said it in a way, too, that I knew, like, that's not a thing I'm supposed to say, and I'm going to say it to you. Take this, Mom, you know?
And it's come full circle. That's why you should hit your children.
Right. Knock that talk right out their mouths. This has been the problem with everything. I'm Lowki Sapfoot. Hit your kids.
And I'm a Holiday Rob. I like my eggs like my children, whipped.
I like my coffee like I like my women, ground up in the freezer.
That's funny. That's how I like my hamburger beef.
Yeah. Anyway.
Save yourself, children. Next week it'll be fun.
Yeah. We'll see you next week with some folks, hopefully, unless they New Mexico us, as is often the case.
505'd.
Got 505.
The website you were looking for has been 505'd.
505 Gateway Error. All right. Yeah. Peace out. Go fuck yourself.
Later.
Hola Maria, ¿cómo estás?
Oh, we're back again. What?
Back again.
Well, I guess since we're back, we might as well play you a song.
To play us out? What does that mean, to play us out?
I don't know, but we're going to figure it out right now. This time I'm not going to say his name wrong. Clark Andrew Libby from his debut album, Food or Cash. This song is called Song for the Riverman. He actually played it live for us in studio, and you can check that out on YouTube. Basically, if you just punch in media icons, IKONZ, new metal spelling.
The new metal spelling.
Yeah, you can check that out. So this is Song for the Riverman by Clark Andrew Libby.
It's a shame, actually, that new metal as like a sect of English or a dialect of English never took off the way Ebonics did. Like, because new metal was kind of like the black man's music bastardized for the white suburban teens.
Right.
So it would have been fitting if there would have evolved some sort of like spelling with K's and Z's of things, and it would be like new metal English, like Ebonics.
I think it still has some time. We haven't reached that part of the 90s throwback yet.
Yeah, are we, can we start claiming like some sort of like historical revival, like preserve new metal culture? Yeah,
basically we'll be like those crust punk bands that are doing it with all acoustic instruments, but it'll be new metal.
Right.
Yeah.
New metal. That new son. All right. Sorry. This is Clark Andrew Libby.
Song for the Riverman.
Word. See you next week.
Peace.